Our thanks to Leanne, and we're going to check in with Steve and share a little bit more video from the Philadelphia Flower Show. If you have an opportunity to go, it runs between now and next weekend. You can find all that information. All you have to do is Google it. All right. Let's talk about the right kind of lavender so you have success. This is 3 pieces in an American Sensational Lavender live plant. On the right side, that's the best example of the difference between what you might find in your garden center that might not be so successful.
Big, fragrant blooms that are easy to grow. This is actually a world's first. It is the first American bred lavender, and that's important, Pat, because the lavenders that we typically see at the garden stores, they're coming from France, they're coming from England, and those are fair weather plants. They are not used to our extreme harsh winters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Our punishing hot summers. Those plants are used to very easygoing temperatures and climates, so they just don't perform here. Therefore, our friends at Peachtree Farm, just an hour away from QVC Studios, developed this sensational lavender to handle all the stuff we throw at them here in the United States. And you could have your own backyard just like this, Pennsylvania, Indiana, you name it. I also love them in containers, but these are big, hefty lavender plants. These are not small and dainty. You're gonna get dozens and dozens of flowers out of these all summer and fall long.
Yeah, and you know what, even in the winter, because I have had experience now and success for the last 2 years with these exact lavender plants, and even in the winter, they don't have the flowers on them, but this part of the lavender
doesn't
plant, it looks nice.
Yeah,
no.
And you know what? The greenery is very fragrant too.
Yeah,
So
it really
here's the thing about this. It's so fun because for the first time ever, you're gonna have success in the garden with your lavender, growing these American bred lavender. It's something like in Europe, they drive all these little tiny cars because their roads are super tiny. But if you try to drive that here in Texas, you're gonna get nowhere fast. You need a big truck, you know? And so here what we've got, this is built tough for our climate, our soil, and you're gonna have an easy time growing this. On top of that, what you're getting right out of the box. I mean, these are 3 healthy live plants. They've gone through their first winter. That means they're vernalized. They're not going to be shocked by the cold weather, but they can handle winters down to minus 25. Yes, it's
minus 25.
Yep.
Wow.
And you also get, as a freebie, one of our little baskets. Now, these baskets are fun. They're a rattan basket. My great-grandmother started Roberta's with homegrown lavender filled in these baskets at the New York World's Fair.
Can you imagine? That's so cool that it's all full circle. It comes back full circle. Here's the reason that I wanted really to be successful with lavender, and I finally am, is because, you know, in my front yard, there's deer there that are so comfortable, and I don't mind. I just don't want them to run into the street. They will stay when I can pull down my driveway, and they just don't even move.
Wow.
But they have destroyed pretty much everything in the front.
Yes.
So lavender, they have not touched this lavender at all.
They are going to stay away from your lavender.
Yes.
That is so true. We humans love the fragrance of lavender. It's relaxing, it's beautiful.
But they don't like it.
Deer do not like it. Also,
Thank
the
goodness.
pests do not like it. What I love to do is plant lavender in my vegetable beds because
That's
it
a great
repels
idea.
ticks, ants, black flies.
Okay.
Everything that you don't want, but it does bring in the pollinators.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about flowers,
Yeah.
okay? You're gonna start getting these flowers mid-summer. Pick them, cut them, dry them, make your own
And
everlasting
it's fine. It's not going to
bundles.
hurt the plant.
No, it's actually going to encourage a whole second flush of flowers to bloom out. So you can get 2 flushes of flowers. Now, once you get your flowers, if you want to do something with them beyond look at them like this, you can easily coax all of the flowers off of these dried stems. Takes about a week and a half to dry them inside the house. Now, once you have all of this, look at that lavender. I love that. You can smell that overwhelming fragrance, right? Now with that though, however, think about what you could do with your basket that you're gonna get. You could fill that, put that into your car, hang it up on your rear view mirror there. Put it into your sock drawer. Put it into your closet.
Where your sweaters are.
Right? So, or I bring my lavender into the kitchen. I mix it with some oregano and some other spices. I have a pizza topping that I like. My wife makes scones with lavender.
Oh,
there's a lot that you can do with your own homegrown lavender, or make a really big bunch and just have that sitting
You
somewhere in the
guys
foyer.
gave me a bunch, I bet 15 years ago, and I still have it in my spare room. It's so pretty. I haven't ever done anything with it. But here's that opportunity. Now,
Yes.
how does it need lots of sun? I know it doesn't need lots of water.
Sun. Not
Yeah.
much water. These are drought tolerant. These are hefty, hardy plants. Those are big lavender plants, and that's what I love about this collection. And that means big returns on flowers. Now, the first year, I always encourage you to water whatever you're planting a little bit more than normal because they got to get their roots in. But by the second year, don't water these at all. They are so drought hardy.
Ignore them.
Right?
And they thrive on
They can
that.
handle extreme heat, extreme cold. They can handle the drought. They can handle
so
humidity. Anything you're going to throw at these, they bring in all the pollinators. Like you see that little bumblebee there. Well, I raise honeybees, and I planted last year, no joke, 96 of these on my property.
Wow.
For the bees, and they love it.
They do love
They
them.
do great in your mixed beds. And again, you're going to come home with bundles of fresh
You could even give that away.
lavender.
People would love that. 15, is that what you told me, Jen? Over 15,000 have already been ordered. A couple thousand remaining. That is it. What else should I plant with this in that bed?
Okay, so if you grow your own vegetables, mix these in between.
And like tomato plants, is that what you're talking about?
Tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, whatever it is. Plant these with it. It's going to pull in all the pollinators that are going to pollinate your vegetables, but it's going to repel the ticks and the aphids and the things that you don't want. Also, I love mixing these with roses. I love mixing this with peonies.
Roses, yes.
There is so, I mean, honestly, lavender is one of those plants that works with all of your flowering garden because they're not too big. They're just the right size to be in those mixed beds. My brother's going to show the Ito peony coming up. I love them because they're almost around the same height and they look so perfect together.
All right, we're going to get to that Ito peony in just a second. But make sure that you get this lavender because when it's gone for the season. So put it in the cart, check out. We also have the echinacea, which is another thought for you.